Hello folks, welcome to the second episode of Excel tutorials. In the last episode we looked at the interface, what are the different parts of the interface. We will quickly jump on to the next set of things that you have to look at, right? So the next thing here is we will look at how we can enter data, right? I have a sheet which I want to paste it over here. As you can see here, most of the data set is not seen, as if the data is covered or not available. So in this case, what you can do is you can double click on the cell, so the cell opens up, gives enough space. Excel decides how much space is needed for that data set. If you click on this particular symbol and then double click here, it will automatically adjust all the cells to your requirement. Okay. One more thing which I wanted to talk to you about is in a previous video I had talked about the ribbon slide. So these are just if the ribbon is what I told, but recently I checked again and this entire thing is called as a ribbon because you have individual tabs. Each individual tab have their own sub-tabs, right? For example, in home we have clipboard group, font group, alignment group, number group. In the insert tab we have tables, illustrations, charts, page layout, draw. So each tab will have their individual subgroups or groups, and the entire thing is combined into one individual ribbon. So this is called as ribbon. Now you can see here this is a new file that I have. By default there are 3 sheets. So let's say if you want more sheets to the start, you can go to file, you can go to options. In the general section you can change these many sheets. So initially it is 3. Now if I change it to 4 and give OK, for example, let's give OK, and then if I start a new one by clicking here with the new workbook, that will have 4 sheets. Got it? So let me close this and start with the original sheet that I was using. And as you can see here, you have your zoom button. So let's just say I have clicked here and then I increase the zoom. The data set is zoomed, and if I wanted to go back, I can click this. So this is the zoom button. Now let's work on the data set that we have. Let me fix the zoom here. So now let me just make this data set look little appealing. So I'm going to select that, do the alignment to center, and then let me give a background to the heading by giving this in the font group. Let me just select one color and let me give the border. So to give border, I can come here and then give all borders, or you can select the entire table, press Alt, H, B and A. So there you go. You can give all border with that particular shortcut, which is Alt, H, B, A. Now we have our data set ready. Now let me show what Excel can do. Excel is not just a simple tool in order to put data and then print it out, but it also can do calculations like additions, subtraction, getting the average. You can put conditions, put count and much more. So I will be showing all of that in this tutorial. So let's get started with the total marks for now. So now let me double click here to extend that and give a border, Alt H B A, and now we have our total mark. Now my job is to get the total mark for all the students. So all the formula starts with an equal to sign, and as I had previously told you, when you write something here, your formula bar will also have the same formula or whatever you type there. You can press the formula sum, I can press tab, or I can press the parenthesis. Now here it says number 1 or number 2. So sum formula basically works with the range or an individual number. A simple way for me is to click the whole range here. So, and if I close the brackets and then press enter, I get the total sum. Or if I can also individually type the cells. For example, now I have B2, comma, C2, comma, D2, which is a tedious process. Hence, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my range, close my bracket and press enter. And to align this, I'm going to select the entire range because that's how the entire formula will be. And then you see this plus mark, double click, that will completely copy the entire formula. You can check for your reference. As you can see here, you see the range is shifted based on the selection. In order to edit the cells inside, the formulas are inside, which is not seen, right? So if you double click on the cell, you can see the formula, or you can use the F2 key. So that's about the total mark. Now let's calculate the total class mark. Here where I want to do this. So now, since this is the total and has to be separately seen compared to the entire dataset, I'm going to format the same color over here. So I can use the format painter option. So I select this, click on format painter. I formatted the painting. However, I also want it to be bold. Now I select the entire range, press Alt HBA to get the all border. And now I can give my formula here again, which is equal to SUM, press tab, select the number range or just a simple number. I'm going to select the entire range, close the bracket, enter. And now I have the number. I'm going to drag this formula so that I have the totals for every subjects and also the class total. To align it, I'm going to select that and do that so that I have the entire marks. I'm also going to bold it so that I have the bolded version, which says that it's total. So that's about the sum formula. I have a couple of things here added. So to show highest mark, lowest mark and class average. To get the highest mark, you can use the formula called max, which is equal to max, press tab or open parenthesis, select the range, right? So and close the bracket and enter. 550 is the highest marks over here, which means this is the one. Lowest mark, you have the formula called min, press tab or open parenthesis, select the range, close the bracket and enter. So there you go, you have your lowest value, which is 364. Next, the class average, right, for which you have a formula equal to sign average, press tab, select the range, close the bracket, enter. You have this as your average, so this as your class average, right? You can do this with coloring as well, which I'm going to show you in conditional formatting in the future sessions. Thank you so much for watching. We'll meet you in the next episode.